My journey to a digital detox weekend began with a simple realization. I had forgotten what silence felt like. From the moment I woke up, my mind was already crowded with notifications, messages, updates, and the endless scroll that swallowed hours without warning. My phone had become the first thing I touched in the morning and the last thing I looked at before sleeping. I convinced myself it was work, connection, or responsibility. But deep down I knew it was habit, noise, and a kind of dependency I didn't want to admit. So I made a decision. For one weekend, I would disconnect from everything and reconnect with myself. No social media, no emails, no news, no endless streams of other people's lives and opinions. I wanted to hear my own thoughts again. I wanted to experience moments without feeling the urge to record, share, or analyze them. I wanted to breathe in real life, not digital air. Preparing for this detox felt like packing for a journey into a different world. I told close friends I would be unreachable. I set an auto-reply for work. I deleted apps that pulled me in too easily. And then, on a quiet Saturday morning, I placed my phone in a drawer, took a deep breath, and stepped into a space where time slowed down. At first it felt strange, almost uncomfortable, like I had forgotten how to be alone with myself. But slowly, the anxiety faded, replaced by a sense of curiosity. What would a weekend without screens actually look like? How would my mind react to real rest? The first hours were the hardest. My hands kept reaching for a device that wasn't there. My thoughts drifted toward what I might be missing online. But after a while, the quiet became comforting. I made a simple breakfast and actually tasted it instead of eating while scrolling. I stepped outside and noticed things that usually faded into the background. The softness of the air, the rhythm of passing clouds, the sound of my own footsteps on the ground. As the day went on, I felt myself returning to a slower, more natural pace. I read a book without checking my phone between pages. I wrote in a journal, letting thoughts flow without interruption. I took a walk and watched the world without trying to capture it. Each simple action reminded me of something I had forgotten, the fullness of being present. Without notifications controlling my attention, I could finally listen to my own inner voice. It was quieter than the digital world, but far more honest. By the evening, I began to feel a kind of peace that surprised me. My mind wasn't buzzing. My emotions weren't tangled. There was no pressure to respond quickly, no invisible competition for attention, no noise telling me to be more or do more. It was just me as I was, without comparison or distraction. The quiet didn't feel empty. It felt like coming home. On the second day, something shifted. Instead of feeling disconnected from the world, I felt more connected to myself. I realized how much energy I had been losing to constant alerts, digital conversations, and endless feeds. Without them, my thoughts became clearer. Ideas that had been buried under digital clutter suddenly resurfaced. I felt inspired, not overwhelmed. I felt rested, not restless. I spent the afternoon reflecting on what I wanted my digital life to look like after this detox. I knew I didn't want to return to old habits. I wanted my phone to be a tool, not a chain. I wanted my attention to be something I chose to give, not something stolen from me. I wanted to create boundaries that protected my peace, my time, and my mental space. When the weekend ended, I opened my phone with a different mindset. The world had kept moving, but I no longer felt the urgency to chase every update. I felt grounded, steady, and more in control. The detox had shown me a truth I had forgotten. Life is richer when lived intentionally. Digital tools have their place, but they should not replace presence, silence, or real connection. My journey to a digital detox weekend was not just about turning off devices. It was about turning on awareness. It reminded me that the most meaningful moments happen when I am fully here, fully alive, and fully engaged with the world around me. And now, even after returning to my digital routines, I carry that clarity with me, choosing balance over chaos and presence over distraction.